Ground control to Major Tom. Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Euroman Movie Report. This week, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty is, of course, the new Ben Stiller film, which also is directed by Ben Stiller and is a remake of the 1947 version, which starred Danny Kaye, which itself is a movie adaptation of a 1939 short story. And it's about this character, Walter Mitty, who lives this very secluded life. And in this version, Walter Mitty is employed at Life magazine. He is the chief photography negative handler or something like that. And the story is that Life magazine, where Walter works, is supposed to be taken over by Time, and they have to produce the final issue of Life magazine. And on the front page of this final issue is supposed to be a picture by this photographer, Sean O'Connor, played by Sean Penn. And when Walter he receives this set of photos, the negative, which is supposed to be the picture for the final cover of Life magazine, is missing, and then Walter has to find this negative, and he travels far around the world in order to track down Sean O'Connor. And that's basically what this movie is about. That Walter, he's this secluded person who he's a dreamer. He has these fantasies we see in the movie, where, for instance, we see him waiting for the train, and then while on the phone, and then he fantasizes about saving this woman, Cheryl, from a burning building. And that's what we Walter he goes through this process in the film, that he hasn't done anything with his life, but he then has to go out and discover the world and discover himself. And we have this subplot, of course, that Walter, he's in love with this woman from the accounting office at his workplace, Cheryl, played by Kirsten Wiig, and he tries to get in contact with her via the American dating site eHarmony, but he is not able to poke her like one can do on Facebook, because Walter hasn't finished his profile. And then there's of course some funny scenes with Patton, the guy who Patton Scott, or Patton, I don't remember his name, but the guy who plays the friend of the King of Queens in that 1990s series. He calls him from eHarmony and wants him to improve his profile, and he calls at the most inappropriate times, and that's funny because that's funny. But all in all, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty is a good film with good acting. It's a heartwarming story about a secluded person rediscovering himself and turning into a new person and achieving new goals. And I must say, personally, I enjoyed the film, and if I'm gonna rate it, I would say it has a heartwarming story. It isn't original because it's a remake, but the acting is good, and I enjoyed it personally. So if I'm gonna rate it, I would give it 3 out of 5 Coca-Cola bottles. That's it. Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report signing off, and I'll see you in the next movie review. And before my next review, I'm going to review Paranormal Activity 4.5, the marked one. And you guys, of course, know, if you have seen my other Paranormal Activity reviews, that I usually do one Katie Fat joke, and I have written a Katie Fat joke specially for that review, and you'll get to hear it when I publish that review next year. Until then, bye for now.